have just been tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Yes. So I'm here right now. This is take 2. So cameraman, let me know. Can I carry on or not? No, I'm joking. Anyways, we're here at Blue Reef Festival, and I'm really excited to talk to another headliner in Miles Cookman, also a part of the Miles Cookman band.
I know, egotistical as hell, isn't it? I know. Well, we run out of ideas. You get to a certain point where you've been in so many bands, and it's like, well, I run out of ideas for names of bands, so I'm just going to call it my own name now, and everyone else can lump it, you know.
Do you know what? But it's interesting though, because I think as well, even when you think of bands necessarily as well, is usually the band has like the lead, and because you are the lead, it's usually around the lead, isn't it? Or would you not?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's slightly unfair because the band are so good.
Yeah.
I don't actually do as much as the rest of the boys. I've always the analogy I always think is that it's I'm basically they're the big wave and I'm just the surfer. So you know a surfer is only as good as a wave, and the rest of the band are the wave, and I've just sat on a surfboard going, I look good.
No, I love that. And obviously, let's get right off the bat. Like, how has Blue Reef Festival treated you so far?
Oh, brilliant, man.
Yeah.
We did it last year.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, literally, it was just out of lockdown. So everyone had been cooped up for like, 2 years? And this was the first big thing that we'd had, and went down so well. And then when they said, do you want to come back? We were like, hell yeah. And it's just been great. I mean, they're so jammed. Look at the weather again, you know. It's just nice to see everyone smiling. Do you know what I mean? It's been a long time since we've seen people smiling.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's been wonderful.
One thing that was cool is I read that you're heavily influenced by the 1970s. And you do a lot of your own writing, music, and you know a lot of it's your own material. So going into it, bringing that influence, what kind of artist was it from the 70s that influenced your music today?
Oh well, basically, like a lot of people my age, it was like most people, it's your parents' record collection, isn't it? And when I was growing up, my parents had loads of records from the 70s, and so you know, you're too poor. Back in the days before you could stream everything, you were too poor to actually afford to buy records. So the easiest way you listen to music was just by listening to your parents' record collection. So you know, and also when your parents are driving a car, you listen to what they want to listen to. Do you know what I mean? So
exactly.
You end up listening to the Rolling Stones and the Isley Brothers and all that sort of stuff. So you just sort of go with it and just, you know, and then even though you kind of rebel, there's that point in your teenage life where you go, I'm not listening to my parents' music, man, I'm going to go on my own. And then eventually you sort of go, actually it was quite good. It was fun. So basically I've just done that all my life, and now I've got to this age, it's too late to change now. You know what I mean?
And you know what, I want to talk about, like, you know, just being at festivals and being able to perform. Like, do you have any nerves or anything that, you know, kind of helps you out before you get on stage?
I think I've been doing it. It sounds really egotistical, but it isn't. I've been doing it too long to get nervous. The only thing that I worry about is that people aren't going to like it. You know, I'm you know, because the band is so good, I don't mind. I know that we're going to be good. It's just if the audience go, nah. You know,
that's when it gets awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, right, exactly. So no one's clapping, Miles. Oh God, you know. But there's not a lot you can do about that. So you just, you know, as long as you're confident that you're all right, then I think it kind of, you know, I think you just kind of roll with it and just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, talking of music as well, like I love to ask, like, being part of a band and also, you know, doing your thing as a soloist as well. When it comes to music, how do you decide which is best for yourself? Myself, you know. I really wish it was for me. But how do you decide which is best for yourself and which will be best for your band?
Oh, I think that just comes down to whether, you know, if you write a song and go, this would sound great with the band, then you do it with that. And then there are certain songs which also you know that are the band going to get really bored doing this song? If you think they're going to, and you know your bandmates well enough to go, they would really hate this song. They'll just sit there going, you know. So so you just kind of go, no, I know this one will be good or that one will be bad. So
No, I respect that. And let's get in a bit of conversation about the band. Like, how did the Michael Cookman band come about?
It was. I've been playing in bands since I was 15. So, in fact, funny enough, this band, the Rubber Biscuit band, just about to start, I played with them when I was 15.
No way.
Yeah, which was many years ago. And,
we don't need age. We don't need age.
No.
I'm still 18, guys.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Old enough to drink, though. Don't worry.
So we've been in band, and it was every music scene. You sort of come across people and you cross paths with people, and we've had a few different lineups and been in a few different bands together, and then you just you know the people that you work well with and the people that you'd rather avoid.
Of course,
and so when you need to make a call, you put a list together and you go, I'm definitely not calling in. But I'll ask him first, So that that's how it works. And we've known each other for donkey's years, and they're all such good players, man. I'm extremely lucky to have them.
One thing I would definitely say is like just being around this industry of rock, Americana, country. For me, that's not normally something that I cover, right? And one thing I'll definitely admit to is how I feel like artists are very much together. It's very different to what I would relate to like hip hop, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you feel that? Because even me coming here, when I talk to artists, it's like, oh, do you want to have a drink, or inviting me back over, or etc. etc. Like, where do you think that kind of like familyhood comes from within this kind of like musical genre?
I'm not seeing
is it on harmonica? Just because you've got to be. I mean, the thing is, like, I've worked with people that do sort of like collab stuff, but basically they're in their studio on their own, aren't they? And they bring other people in as and when they need them. Whereas when you're in a band, you are 100% reliant on other people. So if you're not a people person, you're kind of screwed. Do you know what I mean? So whereas in a lot of genres nowadays, you just call in the vocalist when you need it, or call in this when you need it, and it's and also when you're performing live, you've got so many people with you. It's in your best interest to be a nice person. Do you know?
Yeah, and I love that. And one of the things I've definitely noticed from just being here in itself is one of the factors is that everybody's willing to talk, everybody has a story to tell. And I want to ask you, like, when you are in an environment where you know people are going to be willing to speak, does that also give you like almost an excitement if you don't know the artist, but you're able to come down here and just have a good time and meet new people and just perform? Is that something that you find very cool as well?
No, it's brilliant. But then again, I don't think that's specific to any genre. I mean, you can go to any festival and you'll end up finding some common ground, won't you? There's a drummer playing there. But you find what's good, and we'll all have something that we'll bond over, no matter what genre you're playing in, you know what I mean? So,
Again, I want to say a big thank you so much for having a conversation with me. Listen, we're going to have a drink later on. I'm going to make sure I find you. This has been your boy Firahs. This is Miles Cookman. Let's cheers. I ain't got nothing left, but let's pretend and we'll catch you back here every other day, every other week. Anything to do with Miles Cookman will be in the description below, so go check him out. And thank you very much, man. You know what I'm saying?
Being tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Catch us online, on the go, and on the FM.
Okay, let's go.